Hello, welcome to the National Space Centre. Davies just finishing off some signings over there, so he'll be here very shortly. But it's a pleasure to be here once again. And I'd like to say a big thank you to the Space Centre once again for putting on a great event, and also supporting a charity that's quite close to me. I'm the patron of Little People UK, a charity helping people with dwarfism and their families. And my wife is the chair of the charity, and it's very generous for you to dedicate the weekend to the group. If you want to know more about what Little People UK do, there's a table over in the centre there that you can go and get information via wristband to show your support, etc. But yeah, thank you very much, Malika.
No, I was actually going to say, why don't we talk about your charity while we're waiting for Dave. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Prowse. Have a microphone. Right, so now we can hear everyone. So, yes, this is called a Q&A with the stars, so this is the opportunity for you guys to ask any questions that you have. Yesterday we said no questions about episode 7 because we know nothing. No ideas apart from what Mr. Abrams is putting out on Twitter with pictures of bits of shit and chessboards and things. So we can't answer any questions about that, but other than that, questions ahoy, hands up, let's see who's going to go first, who's got a question for us? It's all technical, we got another microphone. Oh, he's going to bring you another microphone.
That was me, I had the batteries taken out earlier on.
I mean, it's not stars Q&A, sorry! Have we got no questions? So we had this yesterday, you were all just too scared. Oh, there we go, thank you.
First, aren't they?
They are shy, I should have had a question ready.
Hello, Warwick.
Hello.
You're right.
I see you.
How was Joy? That was welcome with Carl on that series.
How was it working with Carl? You know what? It's amazing. Here we are at an event that celebrates Star Wars. I've been asked more questions about Carl Pilkington today than anything else. I saw him the other week actually, and I kind of hope he gets bombarded with as many questions about me as I do him. But it was an experience. I mean, obviously the experience of travelling the world and seeing the places that we saw are really what stand out in my mind. You know, I would never have gone to those places in India on a holiday. You know, they're the only places that you go when you're doing a program like this. So I feel very privileged that I got to see such amazing places. I would recommend India as a place to go just to check it out. It's an amazing country. China again was quite an amazing experience. In fact, all the places we went. But doing it with Carl just adds an extra dimension to it. You see things from a different perspective. The perspective of an idiot, I suppose. But he does often say things that make me laugh, as I'm sure he makes all of you laugh, because that's why he's so popular. And often says things that we're all thinking, that I would never give him the benefit of actually agreeing with him. So that's why we ended up arguing quite a lot of the time. But yeah, it was an amazing experience, one which I'd love to do again, but I don't know whether we can persuade him to come out of his house anymore, because he loves doing DIY, so that's what he's up to at the minute. Thank you.
Oh, there we go. Hello, I've got a question over here. Okay, so what's the favourite film that you've acted in?
Oh, God. Well, I should say Star Wars, shouldn't I say? Seeing as we're sitting here at the Space Centre. I suppose it is, in a way, though, because without Star Wars, I wouldn't be doing any of the things that I do. You know, it gave me a chance to kind of develop a career as an actor. So I look back very fondly at my time on Star Wars when I was 11 and playing Wicket. So yeah, I think that's my favourite. Although I'm very proud of everything I've done. I think that is my favourite.
And how about you, Dave? What's your favourite film?
Well, I liked the 3 Star Wars movies that I was in. I thoroughly enjoyed. I think I probably enjoyed the second one because we did Star Wars and we did Empire and we did Jedi. I think probably Empire was my favourite of the 3. But then if you go back a bit further, I had a very interesting experience working with Stanley Kubrick on Clockwork Orange. That was a great experience for me, working with Stanley. That was one of my favourites.
Yeah, all the adults in the room will nod and know that one, but kids, you've got that to look forward to, don't worry. Great movie, and I have to say, definitely the Star Wars movies, and can we just do a show of hands for Star Wars movies? If your favourite Star Wars movie is A New Hope, hands up. Oh, Empire Strikes Back. Jedi. It's Empire. Well done, guys. Sorry.
It's always Empire.
Sorry.
It always is.
Sorry, there are some Jedi guys out there, so we're okay. Right, let's go for another question. Oh, if you did another Star Wars film, what would it be about?
It would be about the endless party on Endor. So carry on with the end of Return of the Jedi, and it will continue for many years. You know, I think at the beginning of Episode 7, we're going to see the end of that party that's been going on like 30 years. The Ewoks laid around, it'll be a right mess, but it was good times. Good times.
All those Woklings that were grown up, and yeah, that's it. They'll all have gone through their teenage years. It was dreadful. And how about you, Dave? With Episode 7, if you could write it, what would it be about?
Sorry?
If you could write Episode 7, the next Star Wars movie, what would it be about?
I've already been turned down for the next film. I'd obviously very much like to be in 7, 8, 9, as it were. But unfortunately, this doesn't like me very much. And as a result, I'm unemployable as far as Lucasfilm is concerned. Sorry.
That's right, we love you. You can keep coming here. Right, so let's get down here because I'm lazy.
Did you get to keep any of the props from episode 4, 5 and 6?
Did you keep any of the props?
None whatsoever. None whatsoever. It's one of the things that I never do actually. I never go around nicking bits and pieces from films that I've worked on. I've done quite a few films and television shows in my time. But I don't think I've got anything to show at home from sets that I've worked on. I never ever think of nicking anything or trying to get away with something from the sets.
Okay, let's have another question. I'm going to go to the back there. Sorry, watch your toes.
Hello there. Just wondering what it was like to work with Val Kilmer on Willow.
It's all right. I mean, he's sort of a little bit misunderstood sometimes in the press because he's always given this image of being kind of quite wild, crazy kind of guy that's difficult to work with. But I found him really quite entertaining. I was only 17 when we did Willow, and he just helped me through the whole experience. It was a tough shoot, a long shoot, but we got along really well, and he was really supportive. And it was really good. I met up with him again to do the Life's Too Short special we did last year, and it was just like no time had passed at all. We just kind of picked up where we left off, and we chatted a lot about doing a sequel to Willow. He would really be up for doing it. So we were actually going to go to New Zealand and film something ourselves, and give it to George and say, there you go. It was a mad idea. We hadn't been drinking either. But yeah, he's a really good guy. He really is. And if you haven't seen the Life's Too Short special, check it out. Because I think it really does. He just makes fun of himself. Like all the characters do in that series. He sends his own image up, and he's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go to New Zealand, obviously it's full of hobbits, but it's fun. You grew up on screen, didn't you? I mean, you were in Star Wars at a very early age, and then Willow at 17, and you grew up on our screens, so that must have been quite difficult.
No, it wasn't really. I mean, for me it was just about going to school and then now and again going and doing a film, and we would still be educated while filming, so I didn't sort of miss out on any school life. So it was just an adventure. From 11 years old, I've just lived this amazing adventure, and I don't quite know how I ended up here. Not literally here at the Space Centre, I mean here in my life and career. It's just one of those I never had a real conscious decision about what happened. It just kind of one of those things that happened, and I just seized every opportunity. And that's what you got to do in life. Whatever it offers you, just grab the opportunity while it's there, because it might not be there tomorrow. And I consider every job I do to be my last. I don't sort of take it for granted. You can't really do that in this business because sometimes there isn't the work there. So just make the most of the moment.
Okay, over here.
Question for David. What was it like being Darth Vader?
So David, what was it like being Darth Vader?
Well, I love playing the villains. I love playing villains parts. And so Vader for me was the sort of epitome of my career. The villains I played in my time. The biggest problem we had in Vader was that the mask and the helmet were made miles too big. We kept slopping around everywhere, like, you know, it had to be ever so careful, you know, how you moved and what you did and so on and so forth. But no, I thoroughly enjoyed Vader. I thought it was a great part to play, and I'm thrilled to bits that Vader has now been, or is now accepted as the ultimate screen villain of all time, which is a lovely accolade to have.
So there you go, that's where bobbleheads came from, because Vader's helmet was too big. Right, we're going down here.
What was your favourite scene in Star Wars?
So what was your favourite scene in Star Wars?
I don't know about the favourite scene. My favourite moment from the entire trilogy was when my first residual check arrived, which outweighed anything. Anything that would happened as far as work was concerned on the 3 movies.
Because I suppose you didn't know it was going to be a huge success because you were running a gym at the time, and so doing a day job and an evening job as well.
Right, yeah. Well, I did that for years, you know, running gymnasiums and health studios, things like this. And the acting bits came along, and you know, it was just a nice sort of venture to go off and sort of spend a little bit of time and let somebody else get on with gymnasiums. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed running the two together as well.
How about you, Warwick?
My favourite moment, I think, was hugging Harrison Ford's leg. In the film, that's not something that happened in the dressing room. Yeah, I have to be careful. I was hugging his leg now, wouldn't I? But I can't believe they broke Indiana Jones.
I heard it was Jeremy Bullock. I heard it was Boba Fett. Boba Fett went in and he said, right, I'm doing that part.
That's it. But yeah, I mean, there's loads of moments. I mean, I think probably playing a scene with Carrie Fisher in the forest, which was a scene that Kenny Baker was originally supposed to be doing, but he unfortunately got ill with food poisoning, and I stepped in to fill the furry shoes for that scene, and I'm very grateful for that. I didn't buy the meal, by the way, just to clear those rumours up now.
I think my favourite scene is from your autobiography, where you talk about the fact that everybody's ready on set and they've got all of the actors and there's all these Ewoks at the top of the hill, and then all of a sudden in the back of the camera an Ewok falls and rolls and you can just see this Ewok rolling down the hill and everyone's shouting, "Cut!"
Unstoppable, yeah. If you fell over in an Ewok costume, especially on a hill, there's nothing you can do. I mean, they were the most difficult suits to work in. And some people, I was fortunate, I could get up, but there were some Ewoks who couldn't get up. Once they were down, You know, it was carnage, really.
Ewok zombie. Here we go.
How did you both get involved in Star Wars?
There you go. How did you both get involved in Star Wars? So Dave, how did you get involved?
I just got a call from my agent saying that they would like to have a chat with me about the possibility of playing this character in Star Wars. Honestly, I can't remember how everything sort of snowballed from there onwards. But it was just, as I said, a call from my agent, and from there, I got off the roll.
Now, I thought everybody knew this, but obviously not. Who knows how I got the part in Star Wars? Who knows? Not you, Billy. Who knows? Nobody else knows this. Surely. You come here, sir. Come here. Come here. I thought everybody knew this. I've told this stories every time. Come here. I want you to tell the good people here the story of how I got the part in Star Wars in your own words.
What I remember was your grandpa said on an advert that
That's exactly right. My grandmother heard a radio announcement and they were looking for short people in Star Wars. Well done, sir. Well done.
Well done. Okay, so that's the question then. We'll go, I'll get all the ones at the front, it's brilliant. I'll come to the back, I promise. Have you forgotten? Shall I go to the back? No, here we go.
did you stay in contact with the other members of the cast after the first film?
So did you stay in contact with the other cast members after filming?
Well, we end up seeing each other at events like this more than not. I wasn't here yesterday, but there was a few of the other members of the cast that Dave was really nice.
That's the only time we ever meet up, is as I said, at sci-fi conventions around the world. I mean, I Warwick likewise do these sci-fi conventions all over the world. And if I wanted to do, I could be somewhere different in the world every weekend with the amount of requests I get to do conventions. So as I said, so wherever you go, you're always meeting other people from Star Wars. So it's an occupational hazard, as it were.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the back.
That's it. One down there.
Right, watch yourselves. Hello, best line on the floor, just watch yourself. Just want to see.
This is a question for Warwick. Is there going to be a Leprechaun 7?
Well, there is another Leprechaun movie, but I'm not in it. It's called Leprechaun Origins. And they kind of, what they've done, you see WWE Studios, who kind of the wrestling studios, so they're the studio that gave The Rock the break in movies. So you got them to blame. But no, they've done a Leprechaun movie, and they have a wrestler who's very short, who I think his name's Hornswoggle, and he plays a Leprechaun wrestling character. He's in the new Leprechaun movie. I have no idea what it's going to be like. There is a trailer, but he's not in it, so I don't know. But no, at this point there are no plans to do another one. But who knows? I mean, he was a fun character to play, and I quite like the high heel shoes. So we will see.
No comment on your fashion taste. Was there another question? Oh, here we go. I'm at the back now.
What part did David play in Clockwork Orange?
David, what part did you play in Clockwork Orange?
I played a character called Julian, who was the bodyguard for the writer. Remember?
Do you remember that tonight? I'm going to have to go back and watch Clockwork Orange.
Let's go back and watch it, yeah.
It's a really hard life I'm bringing you here. Go home and watch Clockwork Orange. Not kids. Okay, how's it?
What was your biggest inspiration in your life so far?
Oh, what has been your biggest inspiration in life so far?
Oh boy, biggest inspiration.
Warwick, say your children. It's the easiest option.
Biggest headache, if you like. Biggest inspiration in life. I don't know what inspired. I mean, I'm inspired by a lot of different things. It's hard to say, by different actors, by situations, by people I meet. Oh my words. I really don't know. I mean, I don't want to say. I mean, I'm inspired by John Candy, but I don't know whether he's my biggest inspiration. But he's an inspiration. Who's your biggest inspiration?
Hang on, I've got the back.
Yeah, go back. Let's throw it back again. What's that?
Oh, there is parents.
Oh.
Is this the inspiration to do the opposite of that?
Okay, they inspire him to do the opposite of what they do.
Very good debut.
Well, before I ever really got really involved in acting, I was an absolute nutter bodybuilder. I started bodybuilding when I was about 17 years of age, and I got absolutely obsessed with building myself up. See, I eventually, as I said, went from being a tall, skinny 17-year-old to eventually being invited to enter the Mr. Universe contest. But it took me about 15 years to get there. But then of course, my inspirations in that period were some of the world's sort of great bodybuilders. One of whom we used to have a very famous bodybuilder in Great Britain called Reg Park from Leeds. He was a very 6'1", massive man. But his counterpart in America was a guy who became quite a famous film star, a guy called Steve Reeves, and that was one of my inspirations when I was actually really interested in bodybuilding. But still interested in training and exercise.
Yeah, if you Google Dave Prowse and go look at some of the images of you when you were doing all your bodybuilding stuff, it's really quite amazing what you did to your body. It was just amazing. So, any more questions?
You had such tiny little trunks on as well, I remember that.
Yeah, tiny trunks.
It's to both actors. Did you ever, once you started filming the Star Wars, think this ain't going to go nowhere?
So did you ever think that it wasn't going anywhere, Star Wars, the moment you started filming?
Well, the only thing I can say about it is I thoroughly enjoyed working on Star Wars. And, although, as I said, you had to be very, very careful because it was, I think the George Lucas Gary Kurtz situation was a bit frustrating, and it was different on the second and third. But on the first one, it was fraught with problems. But no, it's as far as just what was the question again? Was it
did you realise? Did you think that as you were making Star Wars, this is going nowhere? This is not going to turn into anything great.
Well, no, it wasn't I never thought that really the Star Wars was going to be absolutely huge. That it was, no, not at all. And then when we came to do Empire, Empire was decided so a different kettle of fish because we knew what we were into. And when we came to do Empire, and that was and that turned out sort of really nicely. And then we went on to do Jedi.
So did you know it was going to be a big success?
Well, I mean, when I was in it, we were already into the third movie, but I remember going to see Star Wars when I was 7 and being hugely excited, and I suppose that was a great influence on me. The film I'd seen prior to that in the cinema was Bambi. So to me, this was just the most amazing thing to see on the big screen. And yeah, so when we did Return of the Jedi, we already knew the success that was before, and I was excited to be part of Star Wars at that point. Very, very excited.
I think I've just lost all my peak projections on that question. I do apologise. How about then? What was it like the first time you saw your first action figure of you?
Yeah, that was good. That was a good background. Yeah. I was more excited when I had a Lego figure of me. When the Lego that was exciting. That's a good feeling, getting a Lego. I was in my loft the other day clearing some stuff out, and I had a Darth Vader figure carrying case. Do you know the ones I made?
Yeah.
Back from 1980. I was given it in 1981 actually by Mark Hamill, and I opened it up. All the figures were in there. The capes on the figures were intact. It was just the most amazing thing to see it all again, preserved in this carrying case. I couldn't resist, but I had a little play with it, and it was really, really great to see those figures again. So the figures were much better back then.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, we're into wait 97 and the same thing, and ink this and read that. No, when you first got those first figures and they were on the card and you had the coin and it was pristine, and yeah, it was just amazing. It was great.
None of mine are in boxes. They're all flavoured. Which would make some people here weep, I'm sure. But
only Nick will take towards me, so it's fine. Right, I'm going to go over here for the last question. So make it a good one. Here we go. No pressure.
Did you like using the lightsabers in the film?
So Dave, did you like using the lightsabers in the film?
Yes, I did.
Samuel L. Jackson.
We had to have a special situation in fencing because it was more or less like fencing in a fencing scene, as it were. I mean, the fact that the things were sort of lit up and closed down. We had to be very, very careful about hitting, about clashing against each other. That was the only problem. So, but most of the time we fought with the lights off.
I mean, going on the lightsaber story, I was reading something about apparently Ewan McGregor made the life hell for the sound technicians because every time he used his lightsaber, he did the zoom, zoom. And they had to cut it all out. So,
I can't help doing that. Whenever I'm doing stage fighting, I always go, poof! And you do all the sounds that go along with that. It's ridiculous, but you can't help it. I never use the lightsaber. That's one thing I'm a bit devastated by. I've never had a chance. It's not good. If you're an Ewok, you don't want to be near a lightsaber. The smell of singeing hair is quite horrific. So it's not a good idea.
So yesterday we brought you the story of Wet Wookiee and the smell of Wet Wookiee, and today singed Ewok. So we're going to go with that. I think it's the smell of fur. I think that's going to be the thing. So ladies and gentlemen, please will you put your hands together once again.